Does this feel like home to you? Are you okay here? You're fine? He's really curious about the bird. Yeah. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the wonderful world of Minecraft. We are back again in our vanilla world, and I have been having some fun with these parrots, guys. These guys are pretty cool. So basically what I did, if you guys seen the last episode, I went around and caught a bunch of these guys in the jungle. Awesome looking little critters. But caught a bunch of them, and now what I've done is I've spread them around throughout the area. So if we go over here, you can see that there's some along the fence over here. And kind of my idea with this, there's even some over in there, some back there. My idea with this is that it'd be cool to have it so that we could just be walking around and just hear these noises all over the place. Oh, now it's going to be quiet. How about these guys? A little bit. So they're not very chatty right now for some reason. But sometimes they really start talking. And I was thinking about something, so I don't really care for this way, putting leads on them, but this is the only way that you can keep them from following you like this guy's doing. Now, that's not bad having one of them follow you like that, but the problem is when there's a big flock of them, 20 of them, I probably had close to 20 of them, that were following you, it's, gets kind of annoying. But, so the only way you can keep them still is to put them on a lead, which oddly sticks out of a couple inches above their head. So I'm hoping that Mojang will fix that. One thing that I was thinking would be really cool is if you had like a one block area or a new block that you could have that you could stick the birds into. So a bird cage that was just like 1 block square. And then you could just stick them in there and then get all the lovely sounds from them. But you wouldn't have to... and you could actually see them. I would like it if you could see them pretty well, too. You okay? But you wouldn't have these weird leads sticking onto them and everything. So, that's not what we're going to be doing today, though, guys. Today, what I want to do is expand the village a bit. So, I noticed the villagers seem to like the birds, too. They seem to check them out quite a bit. But we've got quite a few villagers, and there's always more coming out of the villager spawner down below the church there. But the problem is, they don't go very far. Occasionally I'll see them in here, but that's not terribly often. And I basically never see them past about this building here. They go into this building here, but they rarely come over to here. But I never see them like over in here. So I talked about this a couple episodes ago, and I think I figured out a solution for that. And also one where maybe we can get some iron golems spawning in here. So what I'm going to do, and I have no idea where the resources are that I need for this. There was some of them. I need some fences, and I'm going to need some doors. So I discovered, what am I looking for? Doors. I think I have there's a whole bunch of doors right there. So now what we have to do, though, is get some wool. So I think I've got some green dye cooking up here. And it was right here. So now let's go, and basically I'll show you how this is going to work by going over here and swiping one of these carpeting right there. And if we go back over into the back area here, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig down a few blocks, like so. Go over here and then place the doors down here. And what I discovered is if there's a block here, no blocks here, so let's dig our way back out. Oh, I could have just used a shovel for that, but it's okay. And then if you put fence down along on top of this, and then put the carpeting, which I'll be using green carpeting instead of brown, but you guys get the idea, on top of that, that's going to be all we need to make it look like there's more doors here. So the way that Minecraft looks at a village to see if you can spawn golems is it looks at how many doors there are and how many villagers there are. So if we have a whole bunch of doors over here... Ooh, that's a bad guy. Thought I had that lit up enough, but apparently not. And then we get the the spam of all the new things that we can craft, but that's okay. So it looks at the amount of doors and the amount of villagers and says, I'm not 100% sure. I think you need at least 10 villagers, and I'm not sure on the number of doors. But the more doors you have, the better, though. And then it says, okay, I can spawn 1 golem for every 10 villagers, or whatever the number is. And so if we can get more villagers in here, then these doors will do 2 things. They'll help us spawn some iron golems, and I just talked kind of strange there for some reason. They'll help us spawn more iron golems, and then also they will diffuse the population a little more. So instead of having all our villagers hunkered down in this corner over here, they'll kind of spread out into the village more, and maybe even see some up in that building, and, running around all over the place. And that is what we want to do. So I think what I'm going to do now, and I've been heading that way for a little while, but I'm going to dye the sheep that we got a few episodes ago. There we go. I think this is how this works. I've actually never dyed a sheep. Yep, that's how it works. And I forgot shears, so that's going to be a problem. And I've got a little bit of wheat, but I need more wheat. So I'm going to go get some wheat so I can breed these guys again, get a few more sheeps going, and also get some shears so that we can get some carpeting going. Because I think the green carpeting will work fairly well with the grass. Are you the one that's following me? Yes, you are. So I definitely want to get a name tag too, and name this guy. I think this is going to be my personal parrot. One thing that I really hope they change is how you, so when you hold them like this, that's pretty cool, but then if you jump, they let go. And I don't know about you guys, but how long do you play in Minecraft before you have to jump, So unless I made everything with stairs, that would be kind of a pain. So I think I'm just going to have this guy running with me for a while, and hopefully he'll be all right. One more thing I want to mention to you guys. You might have noticed that I'm completely naked. I've got clothes on, but you know what I mean. No armor on or anything. And also I'm kind of missing some tools and stuff. I was at the end of last episode. It actually hasn't been long since I recorded last episode. But I decided that I would go and repair my elytra, because they broke in the last episode when I was flying around looking for these guys. So, thought that was a good idea, but then I kind of got sidetracked and looked in here and thought, hey, I want some magma blocks to put in for our chimney here, our fireplace. So I thought, okay, I'll hop into the nether real quick, and I'll actually show you what happened. Ran into the nether real quick here, and kind of forgot that my elytra, I actually put on the broken elytra. Ooh, I heard a ghast. I put on the broken elytra because I was going to go down and sit at the cave spider farm and get some XP. So I had the broken elytra in here, never thought about it, and just jumped off. And then wondered why my elytra weren't deploying. And so that's where everything went. Right down there into a big pool of lava. Oh, that was... I probably shouldn't tell people that, because that wasn't one of my finer moments there for sure. But, oh well, things like that happen. So I'm definitely going to be doing some AFK fishing in the near future. Probably as soon as I'm done with this episode. And then hopefully building back my loot from that. So I noticed something interesting that I want to tell you guys about these birds. And I don't know if it's that useful, but it is interesting, I think. If you have them on a lead, tied up, you can still pick them up. Then if you go away, if you're still close enough that they would be hooked onto the lead, and jump... Oh, this guy's too far away. Okay, so there's the one thing that they do. They'll actually... the lead will break right beside you. So if you do this and jump, he gets shot back over there. Go a little bit farther, still gets shot over there. But if you go far enough to where the lead breaks, then when you jump, he just drops the lead right beside him. So it's kind of interesting. I don't know that it's that useful, but it's definitely interesting. You just fly in there. Okay, so I'm going to get the shears and stuff, and I will be right back, guys. Dudes, I did not realize this. So they actually come out the color that they are dyed, which makes absolutely no sense, but that's pretty cool. I thought I was going to have to dye these guys again. But no, so that's actually awesome. I'm guessing then if you had like a black one and a green one, there'd be like a 50-50 chance of getting either color, which would be pretty cool. Because eventually what I want to do is just have a big, I'm thinking this area out here, just have a lot larger area, and then raising a bunch of sheep in there. And that would be pretty cool if I could just kind of breed them and not have to worry about dye. Because dye is pretty expensive, you know, so that's what I'm thinking, especially the green stuff, because I haven't got a cactus farm just yet, but we'll need to be making that in the near future. Can I pick that up? Thank you. So they don't always drop two. Okay, that's good to know. So this should be enough for quite a few carpet at least, because I think one makes several. Oh, let's not look at that. Just doing it out there in the public, I tell you what. No, it's two, yes. Okay, so yeah, that'll be 9 of them. And now let's just make sure that this doesn't look too bad. Now, one thing I'm really disappointed about is I went into a creative world and tried doing like flower pots on top of this. So having the fence and then having a flower pot on top of it, and then having a little flower in there, which looked pretty awesome. But sadly that doesn't work, so yeah, I think that looks pretty good. And then also we will have fence down along here, which for some reason I didn't put in over here. So yeah, I think that will look pretty good. Just along the back here I'll have a bunch of it. Well, I'll have 6 more, so probably 3 on either side. And then probably as time goes on, as we get more carpeting, excuse me, we will get more and more of this. So I'm going to finish doing this real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so there is that done. And eventually I'll have a little bit longer area along the back here, and then probably do some more of it over in the corners, over in here, over in there probably. And just get it to where they're coming through all over the place. I thought about sticking these guys in holes underneath the ground so you don't really see them here, because they do look kind of funky just sitting beside the fence post out here. But I think I might hold off on that just to see if Mojang does add like a cage or something to put them in the near future, because we are still in a snapshot, so you know, it's hard telling. And they've come out with a whole lot in the last 2 snapshots. You know, gobs of blocks, the terracotta, concrete, all that stuff, plus now these parrots. So it's hard telling what the full release will actually be. But one thing I do want to do, are you all having a little meeting in here? I think they were. We just disrupted them. And I can't get through here because I don't have elytra on, so I guess we're going to take the long way. But I want to go down here and get some of these villagers pushed out so that we can get the kind of a head start going on here. Oh, did you decide to come with me? Oh, I appreciate it. Okay, so yeah, there's quite a few villagers in here. And I think it's about time that we let some of these guys go back in, or go upstairs, I guess. So I think we're just going to turn that loose. And then we can nudge a few in here, which some should fall in by themselves, just like that guy. And there we go. Yeah, we should have all kinds of villagers up there now. So I'll just have to keep an eye on this and make sure that we don't run out of villagers down here. Okay, yeah, guys, here you can, if you listen. Oh, they're not going to do it now. Apparently there was a little zombie somewhere. Yeah, there you go. So they hear a little zombie somewhere, and now they're mimicking him. I'm wondering why these leads are glitched out so bad, because they're actually tied to right here. So I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, I haven't noticed any villagers heading off in this direction yet. That's about the farthest I've seen. Then again, they don't really run off that much, so I don't know. I think I'm going to wait around here a little bit and see if I start to see them moving over in this direction. And if I do, then that will mean that it's been a success. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, guys, so I decided to take matters into my own hands. And if you are familiar with villagers, you know that what they will do, if they're taken a short distance away from a village, is they will actually come back into the village. So I guess what we can do is just break this guy loose here. If he runs back over there, then we know that it hasn't worked. So let's see what he does. Oh, he looked like he was running that way. Maybe not. Are you okay? Does this feel like home to you? Are you okay here? You're fine? He's really curious about the bird. Yeah. Okay, I think that might be good. I think that's a good sign, at least. Definitely a good sign. So, yeah. Hopefully that this is going to be a success. And these guys will start moving over there. There's still not a ton of them, so you guys are creeping me out. You should stop making noises like that. Those are bad noises to be making in a village full of villagers. But yeah, guys, I think that's probably going to be all for this episode. It's probably a shorter episode, but I hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless. And if you did, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe if you're new to my channel. And I will see you guys next time.